Let me tell you something that will disturb you. You are poor not because you don't have money. You are poor because you have greed. Yes, you heard me correctly. Greed creates poverty. Greed is poverty. The greedy person is the poorest person in the world, even if he has millions in the bank. And the non-greedy person is the richest, even if he has nothing. This is a paradox that your mind cannot understand. Your mind says, how can a person with nothing be rich? How can a person with millions be poor? But I am not talking about your bank account. I am talking about your inner state. I am talking about your consciousness. Look at a greedy person. Watch him carefully. He is always tense, always worried, always calculating. He cannot enjoy what he has because he is always thinking about what he doesn't have. He has a beautiful house, but he is thinking about a bigger house. He has money, but he is thinking about more money. He has everything, but he is enjoying nothing. This is poverty, real poverty, spiritual poverty, the poverty of the soul. Now look at a non-greedy person. He may not have much, but whatever he has, he enjoys totally. He eats a simple meal and it is a feast. He wears simple clothes and he feels like a king. He lives in a small house and it is a palace. Why? Because he is present, because he is grateful, because he is not comparing. So the first thing you must understand, wealth and greed are opposites. They are enemies. They cannot exist together. If you want real wealth, you must drop greed. If you cling to greed, you will remain poor forever, no matter how much money you accumulate. But your society has taught you exactly the opposite. Your society says, be greedy, be ambitious, want more, more, more. This is how you become successful. This is how you become wealthy. And you have believed this lie, you have swallowed this poison, and now you are suffering. You are running and running and running, and you never arrive anywhere. You are climbing and climbing and climbing, and there is no peak, because greed has no end. Greed is a bottomless pit. Alexander the Great conquered the whole known world. On his deathbed, someone asked him, "Are you satisfied now?" And he said, "No. I am sad because there are no more worlds to conquer." Do you see the tragedy? He had everything and he had nothing. He conquered the world, but he could not conquer his own greed. He was the most powerful man in the world, but inside he was a beggar. This is what greed does to you. It turns you into a beggar. It turns you into a black hole that can never be filled. You can pour the whole universe into it and it will still be empty. So, let me be clear. I am not against wealth. I am not against money. I am not one of those old traditional spiritualists who say money is bad, poverty is spiritual. Renounce everything. No, that is nonsense. That is another extreme. That is another disease. Money is not bad. Money is neutral. Money is just energy. Money is just a tool. It is neither good nor bad. It depends on your consciousness. It depends on how you relate to it. A greedy person with money will create hell around him. He will exploit people. He will destroy nature. He will turn everything into a commodity. He will lose his humanity in the pursuit of more, more, more. But a conscious person with money will create beauty. He will help people. He will support creativity. He will use money as a means to share, to give, to celebrate life. So the question is not whether you should have money or not. The question is, what is your relationship with money? Are you the master or is money the master? Are you using money or is money using you? Most people are slaves of money. They think they are working to earn money, but actually money is working them. Money is controlling them. Money is deciding everything. Where they live, what they do, who they meet, how they spend their time. This is slavery. This is bondage. And a slave cannot be wealthy, no matter how much money he has. Because wealth is not about having. Wealth is about being. Wealth is an inner state of abundance, of fullness, of overflowing joy. Now, let me go deeper into this paradox of attracting wealth without greed. The secret is very simple, but your mind will find it very difficult to understand. The secret is, when you drop greed, wealth starts flowing toward you naturally, effortlessly, spontaneously. Why? Because greed is contraction. Greed is fear. Greed is closing. When you are greedy, you are like a closed fist, tight, tense, holding on. And when you are closed, nothing can come in. You are blocking the flow. But when you drop greed, you become open. You become relaxed. You become receptive. You are like an open hand, ready to receive, ready to give. And when you are open, existence pours itself into you. Wealth flows toward you because you have created space for it. This is the law of abundance. This is how existence works. Existence is abundant. Existence is overflowing. Look at nature. Trees are loaded with fruits. Flowers are blooming everywhere. Stars are infinite. Existence knows no scarcity. Scarcity is a human invention. Scarcity is created by greed, by hoarding, by fear. When you drop greed, you align yourself with existence. You start flowing with the river instead of swimming against it. And when you flow with existence, everything becomes easy. Wealth comes to you without effort. But understand, this wealth that comes without greed is different from the wealth that comes through greed. Greedy wealth is always tainted. It is always dirty. It is always accompanied by guilt, anxiety, fear of losing it. You cannot enjoy it. You cannot sleep peacefully. You are always worried, what if I lose it? What if someone takes it away? What if the market crashes? But wealth that comes without greed is pure. It is clean. It is innocent. You can enjoy it totally because you are not attached to it. You know it came easily. And if it goes, it will go easily. You are not clinging to it. You are not identifying with it. This is the difference between a rich man and a wealthy man. A rich man has money, but is always afraid of losing it. A wealthy man has money and is totally free from it. He uses it, enjoys it, shares it, but he is not owned by it. So how do you drop greed? This is the practical question. This is what you really want to know. First, understand that greed is not natural. You were not born greedy. Watch a small child. He is not greedy. He is happy with small things. He plays with pebbles and is totally absorbed. He doesn't need expensive toys. He doesn't need a big house. He is already living in paradise. Then what happens? Society starts poisoning him. Parents start comparing him with other children. Teachers start telling him, you must be first, you must compete, you must win. The whole educational system is based on competition, on ambition, on greed. And slowly, slowly the child learns that he is not enough as he is. He needs to achieve something to be valuable. He needs to have something to be respected. He needs to become someone to be loved. This is the root of greed, the feeling of not being enough, the feeling of inner emptiness, the feeling that something is missing. So greed is not really about wanting things. Greed is about trying to fill an inner hole. You think if you have more money, you will feel complete. You think if you have a bigger house, you will feel fulfilled. You think if you achieve success, you will feel worthy. But this never happens. Because the whole is not real. The whole is psychological. The whole is in your mind, not in reality. And you cannot fill a psychological hole with material things. You can pour the whole world into it and it will still be there. So the only way to drop greed is to recognize that you are already complete. You are already whole. You are already enough. Not because you have achieved something, not because you possess something, but because existence has created you, because consciousness is flowering in you, because life is breathing through you. This recognition is meditation. This recognition is self-realization. This recognition is enlightenment. And when this recognition happens, greed simply disappears. It evaporates like dewdrops in the morning sun. Because there is no longer any hole to fill, there is no longer any emptiness to escape from. You are already full. You are already overflowing. And from this overflowing, a different kind of attraction happens. Not the attraction of greed, but the attraction of love. Not the attraction of taking, but the attraction of giving. Not the attraction of accumulating, but the attraction of sharing. When you are overflowing with inner abundance, you start attracting wealth not because you need it, but because wealth wants to be with joyful people. Wealth wants to be with grateful people. Wealth wants to be with people who will use it beautifully, creatively, lovingly. Think about it. Would you rather give your money to a greedy person or to a generous person? Would you rather invest in someone who is tense and afraid or in someone who is relaxed and confident? Would you rather support someone who is always complaining about scarcity or someone who is always celebrating abundance? The answer is obvious. Abundance attracts abundance. Joy attracts joy. Generosity attracts generosity. This is the spiritual law of attraction, not the nonsense that is being sold in the name of the secret. The so-called law of attraction that is popular in America is just greed in spiritual language. It says, visualize what you want. Affirm that you will get it. The universe will give it to you. This is childish. This is magical thinking. This is trying to manipulate existence. Real attraction is not manipulation. Real attraction is transformation. When you transform your inner being from scarcity consciousness to abundance consciousness, from fear to love, from greed to gratitude, then wealth flows toward you naturally. Not because you are demanding it, not because you are visualizing it, but because you have become a magnet for it. Let me give you a practical example. Two people start a business. One is driven by greed. He wants to make money quickly. He cuts corners. He exploits his employees. He cheats his customers. He is always tense, always calculating, always looking for shortcuts. The other person is driven by creativity. He loves what he is doing. He wants to provide value. He treats his employees with respect. He serves his customers with integrity. He is relaxed, playful, enjoying the process. Who do you think will be more successful in the long run? Who do you think will attract more wealth, more opportunities, more support? The answer is obvious. The greedy person may make quick money, but he will not sustain it. He will create enemies. He will lose trust. He will burn out. His business will collapse sooner or later. But the creative person, the person who is not driven by greed, but by passion, by love, by the joy of creating something beautiful, this person will naturally attract success. People will want to work with him. Customers will trust him. Investors will support him. Opportunities will come to him. This is not theory. This is practical reality. Look at any truly successful person, not the people who are just rich, but the people who are wealthy in every sense. And you will find they all have one thing in common. They are not greedy, they are generous. They are creative, they are passionate about what they do. Look at someone like Steve Jobs. Yes, he had flaws. Yes, he was difficult, but he was not driven by greed. He was driven by a vision, by a desire to create something beautiful, something that would enrich people's lives. And wealth followed him naturally. Look at someone like Warren Buffett. He is one of the richest men in the world, but he lives simply. He is not greedy. He is giving away most of his wealth. He enjoys the process of investing, the game of business. Money is just a byproduct. This is the secret. When you do something for the love of it, when you do something with total involvement, with passion, with creativity, wealth comes as a consequence. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to be greedy for it. It comes on its own. But when you do something only for money, when you are driven by greed, when you are constantly thinking about profit and loss, you kill the joy, you kill the creativity, you kill the very source of wealth. And then, even if you make money, you remain poor inside. So I am teaching you a new approach to wealth, not the approach of greed, but the approach of creativity. Not the approach of taking, but the approach of giving. Not the approach of accumulation, but the approach of circulation. Money is like water. It must flow. If you dam it, it becomes stagnant. If you hoard it, it becomes dead. But if you let it flow, if you circulate it, if you use it to create beauty, to support life, to help others, then it stays alive and more keeps coming. This is why rich people who are greedy often lose their money. They are so afraid of losing it that they stop it from flowing. They hoard it, they hide it, they don't invest it, they don't use it, and slowly it dies. The energy goes out of it. But wealthy people who are not greedy, they keep money moving, they invest it, they spend it, they give it away, and mysteriously more keeps coming because they trust, because they are in tune with the abundance of existence. Now you might be thinking, but Osho, I have bills to pay. I have a family to support. I cannot just drop all desire for money and hope that it will come. I need to work. I need to earn. I understand. I am not telling you to become irresponsible. I am not telling you to sit under a tree and wait for money to fall from the sky. I am telling you to change your inner relationship with money while you continue to work, to earn, to take care of your responsibilities. The difference is in the quality of your consciousness. Are you working from fear or from love? Are you earning money because you are afraid of being poor or because you enjoy what you do? Are you constantly worried about not having enough, or are you grateful for what you have? These are subtle differences, but they make all the difference. When you work from fear, from greed, from scarcity consciousness, you attract struggle, you attract difficulty, you attract resistance. Everything feels hard, everything feels like a burden. But when you work from love, from joy, from abundance consciousness, you attract ease, you attract support, you attract opportunities, everything flows, everything feels natural. Even challenges become adventures. This shift from scarcity consciousness to abundance consciousness is the key. And how do you make this shift? Through gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to greed. Greed says, I don't have enough. Gratitude says, I have more than enough. Greed looks at what is missing. Gratitude looks at what is present. Greed creates tension. Gratitude creates relaxation. So, this is a very practical meditation. Every morning when you wake up, before you start thinking about what you need to do, what you need to achieve, what you need to earn, spend 5 minutes in gratitude. Look around, feel the bed you are lying on, feel the roof over your head, feel the breath moving in and out, feel the life pulsing through your body, and say thank you. Thank you to existence, thank you to life, thank you for this body, for this mind, for this opportunity to be alive, to experience, to grow, to love. Do this every single day for 3 months and you will see a miracle. Your whole relationship with money will change. Your whole relationship with life will change. You will stop feeling poor. You will stop feeling needy. You will start feeling abundant. You will start feeling rich. And when you feel abundant inside, you start attracting abundance outside. This is the law. This is how it works. And you must be ready to receive what existence wants to give you, not what your ego wants. Your ego wants money, status, power. But your being wants something deeper. It wants fulfillment, meaning, love. So when I say attract wealth without greed, I am not giving you a technique to become rich. I am giving you a path to become whole. And when you become whole, wealth in whatever form existence wants to give it to you will follow naturally. Sometimes this wealth will be material, sometimes it will be spiritual, sometimes it will be both. But it will always be exactly what you need for your growth, for your evolution, for your awakening. This is trust. This is surrender. This is what the old mystics called living in the will of God. Not your will, but God's will. Not your plan, but existence's plan. Not your greed, but existence's grace. And here is the final paradox. The moment you stop needing wealth, wealth starts needing you. The moment you stop chasing money, money starts chasing you. The moment you become independent of things, things become dependent on you. Why? Because you have touched something timeless in yourself. You have found the source of all abundance. You have realized that you are not a beggar. You are an emperor. Not because of what you have, but because of what you are. You are consciousness. You are awareness. You are the space in which everything appears and disappears. Money, poverty, success, failure, pleasure, pain. You are the eternal witness, untouched by any experience, unlimited by any condition. When you realize this, you become fearless. And a fearless person is the most powerful person in the world. Not because he has weapons, not because he has money, but because he has nothing to lose. He has already won the ultimate victory, the victory over fear itself. And this fearlessness is magnetic. People are attracted to it. Opportunities are attracted to it. Wealth is attracted to it. Because fearlessness means freedom. And freedom is the most valuable thing in existence. Everything else is secondary. So I say to you, don't chase wealth, chase freedom. Don't chase money, chase consciousness. Don't chase success, Chase truth, and everything else will be added unto you, as Jesus said. But even if nothing is added, even if you remain materially poor, you will be rich beyond measure, because you will have found the kingdom of God within you. You will have found the pearl of great price. You will have found the treasure that no thief can steal, that no moth can destroy, that no economic crisis can take away. This is real wealth. This is eternal wealth. This is the wealth I am talking about. Everything else is just toys. Everything else is just games. Everything else is just passing entertainment. Enjoy it if it comes. Don't cling to it if it goes. Because you are not it. You are far more. You are infinite. You are eternal. You are divine. Recognize this and you will laugh at your greed. You will laugh at your poverty. You will laugh at the whole game of accumulation. Not because you have become irresponsible, not because you have become a dropout, but because you have seen through the illusion. You have seen that the beggar was always an emperor, just playing a role, just pretending to be poor. Wake up from this pretense. Wake up from this dream of scarcity. Wake up to your abundance. Wake up to your wealth. Wake up to your glory. And then whether money comes or goes, whether success comes or goes, whether recognition comes or goes, you remain untouched, unshaken, immovable in your inner abundance, in your inner celebration, in your inner dance. This is the ultimate freedom. This is the ultimate wealth. This is what I call enlightenment. So use money if you have it, earn money if you need it, enjoy money if it comes, but never let money use you. Never let money earn you. Never let money enjoy you. Remain the master, remain the consciousness, remain the witness. And in this mastery, in this consciousness, in this witnessing, you will find that you are already wealthy beyond measure. You always were, you always will be. Greed was just forgetting this fact. Greed was just a nightmare. And now you are waking up. Now you are remembering. Now you are coming home to your true nature, which is abundance, which is celebration, which is bliss. Welcome home, my friends. Welcome to your inner kingdom. Welcome to your wealth that no one can take away, that no economic crisis can destroy, that no death can end. This is your birthright. Claim it, live it, celebrate it, and let the whole existence celebrate